Section 5.1b is about a rate of change. A slope that we've already learned about can be used to describe a rate of change, and a rate of change tells us on average how a quantity is changed over time. So this allows us to look at any quantity we want and examine it over time. And so what we can do is we can use a slope to do that. We can use the difference in the quantity over the difference in the time to compare those different rates of change. Here's a rate of change problem. A lot of stuff going on here. I have to find the rate of change between 1980 and 1990 and 1990 and 2000 based on this graph over here. Well, if I'm going to find rate of change, I have to use our formula for slope. And if I'm going to use that formula for slope, I need ordered pairs. So looking at the graph, we see that in 1980, I had 120, now that's billions, 120 billion people at the restaurant, or sales. So I'm going to create an ordered pair here of 1980 and 120. And then I'm going to create a second ordered pair of 1990 and 239. Now, time, which is the years, that's my independent value, and the people served in the restaurant is the dependent value. That's why I made that my y value. So now I'm just going to plug it into my formula. Y sub 2, I'll use the 239 minus y sub 1, and then I'm going to divide that by the change in the years, 90 divided by 80. So this is 119 over 10, which equals 11.9. So that's the change from 1980 to 1990. Now we'll do the same thing with 1990 to 2000. So those are my 2 points. This time I'll start with 376 minus 239 for my y values. And then 2000 minus 1990. So this is 137 over 10, which is 13.7. So those are my 2 rates of change between those various years. Now I have to explain what those mean. So from 1980 to 1990, an average of 11.9 billion, because that's what it means 11.9 billion more was spent at the restaurants. So the change went up 11.9 billion per year, and then 1990 to 2000, on average 13.7 billion more was spent, because my rates of change are positive, and you can see the lines go up. So that's what the meaning of those 2 numbers are. And then the last thing, how are the rates shown on the graph? Because the 1990 to 2000 interval is bigger, there was more spent between 1990 and 2000, then we say that it has a steeper slope.